Today we are going to do a physics problem. A raindrop of radius 2 mm falls from a height of 500 meters above the ground. It falls with decreasing acceleration until at half its original height. It attains its maximum speed and moves with uniform speed thereafter. What is the work done by the gravitational force on the drop in the first and second half of its journey? What is the work done by the resistive force in the entire journey if its speed on reaching the ground is 10 meters per second? This is a problem. Before we start with the problem, let us revise our concepts of work-energy theorem using the formula V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. We multiply both the sides with half m. Now we know that V acts as final velocity and U is the initial velocity. Kinetic energy is half mv square, which means k is half mv square is nothing but k. But this is final velocity and this is initial velocity. So we can say final kinetic energy and initial kinetic energy is nothing but MAS. We also know that F is equal to mass into acceleration. We can replace ma by f. Therefore, we get kf minus ki is equal to fs. But from this statement again we know that work is nothing but force into displacement. Therefore, we can say kf minus ki is equal to work. Now, this work is nothing but change in kinetic energy. Therefore, we can also denote it as delta K. So, we have got one equation. Next, we also know that work done by gravitational force, which is called Wg, it is nothing but mass into gravitational force into height. Work done by gravity is nothing but mgh. Now, if there is gravitational force, we know that there will be some resistive force. Gravitational force acts downwards, which means there will be a resistive force which will act upwards. So, the total force will be nothing but gravitational force plus the resistive force. This we can also write as delta K is equal to Wg plus Wr. This is our third formula. So we are having all our formulas now. Kf minus Ki is equal to delta K. If we want delta K, we can use this and put over here. Delta K is equal to Wg plus Wr and Wg is equal to mgh. We are having all the three formulas that are required to solve our problem. Now let us start with our problem. We are drop of radius 2 mm falls from a height of 500 meters. So height given is 500 meters. Now when we convert the radius from millimeters, we get it as 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 meters. 1 meter is equal to 1000 millimeters. So 2 millimeters is equal to how much? You cross multiply and you get this answer. Now let us read the problem again. It falls with decreasing acceleration until at half its original height. It attains its maximum speed and moves with uniform speed thereafter. Given half its height means we have to calculate gravitational force up to half its height. This is the first part of our problem. What is the work done by the gravitational force on the drop in its first and second half of its journey? So first we'll have to find out Wg for 250 meters. We are given only radius. So a problem wherein we are having nothing. We have to use all these formulas. Can we relate the problem to some other thing? If we are given radius, can we find out some other things using radius? Formulas of spheres. Since we can relate the raindrop to a sphere, we will have to use the formulas of spheres. In spheres, we find out different things like circumference, area, volume, total surface area and so on. So we can find out volume of the sphere. So let us put the formula of volume. Volume is not 4 by 3 pi r cube. We know the radius. We'll substitute the values. 4 by 3 into 3.14 into 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 raised to 3. So we have got the volume 3.35 into 10 to the power minus 8 meter cube. But finding the volume, what is the use? We know that density is nothing but mass by volume. So rho is equal to m by v. If we substitute, we know rho, density for water, is a constant. It is cube kg meter cube. Let's substitute, this is a constant value. We'll substitute all these values. We have got the volume, we have got the density, we can find out the mass. We have substituted all the values, 10 cube kg per meter cube and volume 3.35 into 10 to the power minus 8 meter cube. This is equal to density into volume. Now this is kg per meter cube. I have written it like this. And this is meter cube. Meter cube will get cancelled. What answer you will get is in kgs. That will be 3.35 into 10 to the power minus 8 plus 3. It will become minus 5. What is our unit? Kg. So we have got mass 3.35 into 10 to the power minus 5 kg. Now we have got all the things required to find out our work done due to gravitational force in first half and second half of the raindrop journey. Okay. All our values, let us substitute all these values in our formula number 2. Wg, we need to find out the work done by gravitational force, is equal to m into g into h, half the height. So mass is 3.35 into 10 to the power minus 5 and gravitational constant, it is a constant 9.8 meter per second square. For our problem, to make it easier, we will use 10 meter per second square. Instead of 9.58, we will round it to 10 into our height is 250 meters. 0.082 kg meter square per square. And this is nothing but joule. So our answer is 0.082 joule. Work done due to gravitational force is 0.082 in half its journey. Now, when we are going to calculate, when we are going to find out our total work done, that is for our second part also, when we are going to find our second part of the problem, we have to find out the work done due to height 500 meter. So here itself we will calculate Wg for 500 meters. Again we will take the same formula, 3 into 3.5 into 10 to the power minus 5 kg into 10 meter per second square into 500 instead of 250. This is the first solution, first part of a solution. For the second part, we are using this height. So our answer here will be 0.164 joules. I would like to make you note that the raindrop falling with decreasing acceleration, uniform speed and maximum speed. Whether it drops with different speeds, the drop is only acted upon by work done due to gravitational force. So we have to use W is equal to mgh. That is why we are giving so much importance to this. Okay, what is the work done by the resistive force in the entire journey if its speed on reaching the ground is 10 meters per second? Means our velocity, it is given, the remaining 10 meter per second would be our maximum speed. Maximum speed means final velocity, means v is equal to 10 meter per second. So we assume that the raindrop falls from a starting point, from a certain height. So we always assume that u, that is the initial velocity of the raindrop, will be 0 meter per second. Now, to all the things which are required to substitute in these formulas, we know Kf, Ki, we can find out using initial velocity and final velocity. So let us substitute and first find out Kf minus Ki. What is Kf? Half mv square minus half mu square. U square is here 0, so this whole thing becomes 0. What we are left with, half into mass is 3.35 into 10 to the power minus 5 kgs into velocity is 10 meter per second square. Why we are finding out Kf minus Ki? Because we want to find out what is the total work done. What is the work done by the resistive force? Before that, we will have to first find out what is the total work done, and total work done is nothing but Kf minus Ki. That is the reason we have to solve this. On solving, get the solution 1.675 into 10 to the power minus 5 and 10 raised to 2. Minus 5 plus 2. You will get the answer minus 3 kg meter square per second square. Kg meter square per second square is nothing again but joule. In Wg, we are having total work done. We are having 0.6. We are having W 1.675 into 10 to the power minus 3 joule. Now we have to find out the resistive force. The last part of our question, what is the work done by the resistive force in the entire journey? Since we are asked, it is asked entire journey, we have to use Wg is equal to 0.164. Let us substitute all the values in W. WR, we will simply subtract this value from here. We will get is, that will be minus 0.1623. Or you can say force, it is acting opposite to the gravitational force. That is the reason you are getting in negative. So you have got all the answers. The first part of the answer you are having, the second part of the answer, and part of the answer. Thank you for watching.